The world of coffee has changed so much in the last couple of years, where accuracy and repeatability has been key to the flavour of the cup that we get to enjoy. And certainly in cafes we can have these systems and processes to make sure that customers get great coffee, but you can achieve it at home as well. So really the focus on any of these tools here is about getting coffee into your portafilter or group handle accurately, repeatably and consistently, so that you can avoid channeling, which is the water going through the coffee bed, and ensuring that consistency in the cup every single time. So all of these products here individually have their own videos on our channel. So if you think one of these is for you, have a look on our channel, do a search, and you'll find a bit more in-depth detail on these specific things. So the first thing actually we're going to look at is the dosing pot. Now the dosing pot allows us to grind straight into this pot and use the exact amount of coffee that we're going to put into our group handle. Now, to be able to measure that, we need the scale. So that's where these two go hand in hand. This allows us not to be grinding straight into our portafilter, which can be a little bit messy and a bit hard, and it's also really hard to weigh a whole handle like this. So the pot allows it nice and easy for us to pop on to the scale, hit tare, get our coffee grind in, and we now can start to work on a coffee brew recipe. So we standardly use in this kind of portafilter handle, which is a triple basket or a 21 gram, we put 22.5 grams of coffee in there. So it makes it so easy to be able to measure that with the dosing pot and the scale and repeat that process time and time again. To be able to accurately work out your recipe, you have to have the right coffee basket to suit your flavour profile and the group handle that you've got. So a lot of coffee machines do come with either a single, a double group handle, and a single and a double basket as well. So what we want to look at is getting yourself something that is a much better quality designed basket like this, which is the VST. This is a 21 gram, and you'll see that it is 58 ml at the top and 58 ml at the bottom. So that means that the water is going to pass through from the top of the coffee bed all the way out the bottom at a consistent flow. There's not going to be that shelf which you'll find on a single basket or on a double basket where this edge is a little bit curved, where that water flow is going to start to change pressure in the middle of the coffee bed, because that can be challenging. You will have to actually have a different grind for a single, a double or a triple basket to help counteract that issue. So getting a good basket like this VST, again, we've got a whole video on why you'd look at some sort of precision basket and the full range of baskets I just mentioned there, so check out that video. And then you'll be able to understand what you're using now and the gains you're going to get by changing to a better coffee basket. Now the next area that we're going to cover is about coffee distribution, which is a word I do struggle with. And basically that means once the coffee is in the handle, how well you've got that in there, the gap or the size of that gap in between each coffee particle, which allows the water to flow nice and easy through there to get a better extraction. There's a lot of tools and a lot of things out there, but definitely one of the biggest improvements that we've been able to see is the WDT, the Weiss Distribution Technique. So you might have seen these things getting around, and basically it's a series of acupuncture needles that you have in a handle, and we're going to actually put that in the coffee bed and start to break up any clumps that you've got in that coffee. Now a lot of people spend some good money on a coffee machine, but they don't put enough investment into the grinder. So if you've got a basic cheap grinder, it will come out a little bit clumpy. And this is the tool that's really going to help you not have a boulder or a clump of coffee where the water will hit and go around, where you won't actually then capture that flavour from that boulder. So we're basically removing boulders, getting a very even grind and gap all the way through that coffee bed, so that you can brew a really nice consistent coffee with a great flow from the top to the bottom, and it is certainly repeatable. Now when you start to use a Weiss distribution tool, it fluffs the coffee up and it's breaking up all those clumps. So we do need a Flair funnel. So they do come hand in hand. That will then sit on top of your group handle and allow you to actually fluff that right up. And you can use this tool by doing deep, middle and top WDTing to remove all of those clumps. Now, if any of these products, if you've got a few dollars and you want to start to grow up your your toolkit, you might say, for your espresso at home, these would be the first two things I would invest my money in. A WDT and a funnel. They are going to get you so many gains in how you distribute your coffee and your extraction flavor before you start to get a bit further down the line. If I had to then go next, I'd definitely get into a dosing pot and a scale and then getting a recipe. Because if you don't have a recipe that you can repeat or follow, you're going to be lost. And then a good basket. There is no doubt getting the right basket for the type and strength of coffee that you want to serve, it's going to bring all of this together. All these products here are under the $60 mark each, so it's certainly affordable to invest a little bit of money to make your home espresso that much better and take it to the next level. For many years we've been teaching people how to make coffee and there's been a lot of unknowns, but definitely these products standardize things and allow you to get a much more repeatable espresso extraction at home and very easily. So if you've got any further questions about these products, as I said earlier in the video, we do have individual videos on these. If you're looking to buy one of those and you're in Australia, they are on our online store and we'd happily ship those out to you. Or if you're local, come in and see us. We'll love to use these and make a brew for you. Anyway, any questions, pop them down below. Happy to answer them. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.